doctors known, recognized worldwide for all of their research, but more importantly, for putting together products that bring to us that anti-aging difference that we all want. So here we have for you today from Volante. This is a huge launch from Dr. Elizabeth Vandeveer. Dr. Vandeveer is the founder and developer of Volante Skincare. She has her own center, and it's one of the largest anti-aging centers in the entire West Coast. She's got over 30 years of experience in the industry, and what I love is that she's able to take and specialize in unique ingredients that she has studied for over a decade and bring them to life in a cream. I have never, ever seen a result like this. And only sold in her very busy center, her line, or here at HSN, where we can give you a result like this in 1 month, where it's also clinically studied, where everyone who used this didn't need anything else, didn't need an extra exfoliator, an extra moisturizer, nothing, because it balances exfoliation with hydration. So it's a unique de-aging cream. So we are so thrilled to have you here, Dr. Vandeveer. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me back.
Look how beautiful her skin is. Because you know what? This one product, and I'm blown away by the results, we'll go through the clinicals. I never know if I over-exfoliate. Do I under-exfoliate? I have maybe one that's a little too harsh, one that's a little too abrasive, one for, you know, a scrubber, one. I never know, am I properly exfoliating? And then what's the right moisturizer to use after I've got that new skin? You solved it in this product.
I did. I had to create a multitasking dream cream. This cream hydrates, it firms, it treats fine lines and wrinkles, and it exfoliates all in one step, and it does it in 5 minutes. And we have the clinical study that will show you those results.
And we're gonna share that with you, because you need nothing else. Now this, I wanna point out, just because this is our doctor show, there's a difference between consumer perception study and clinical studies. Clinical studies are actually measured. These clinical studies are done in a controlled atmosphere.
That's right.
And so it's not just a perception, it's actually proven measurements. So what I love about this is in a clinical study, 97% of women who use this youth firming cream, 97%, this is instant, showed an immediate improvement. So as soon as you put this on, think about that. Out of 97% of your lines and wrinkles, they're gone. I even love the next one better. 100% showed improvement in 4 weeks. Oh, there I am. So anyway, I have never seen that type of a clinical in a cream like this, where as soon as you put it on, boy, do you feel it. I just felt that right now.
Isn't it amazing?
It is amazing where it's exfoliating, but as it's exfoliating,
it is extraordinary.
Do you see that? Look how it's hydrating the skin. It really is unique because it's patent pending, your dual exfoliators inside of here that are so unique inside of this, because you came up with a system that no one else has.
That's right. So in this, I have a patent pending blend that is powered by 7 Vitae. And the secret is bromelain enzyme safely and effectively exfoliates the skin every single time that you apply the product. And in addition, there's aloe vera, arnica montana, calendula, daisy flower for brightening, grapeseed is an antioxidant, and zinc. You will see a change in your skin within 5 minutes of applying the product. It's not just the fine lines and wrinkles, but it's hydration and also exfoliation. At 4 weeks, 100% of our participants in our study, 32 women, had clinically effective exfoliation. Fine lines and wrinkles were visibly reduced, and significant changes in hydration and also firming. This is the first cream that truly multitasks. I went and talked to my chemist and I said, I have to multitask. I need a beauty product that can multitask. I don't want to have a scrub or a pad or a peel or something that I have to layer and wait and layer and wait. I want a cream that does it all. And so we created the Dream Cream, and you can get results like this just after 30 days. This is Kay. Wow. Look at her skin before. It is dull, it's lifeless. And look, after 1 month, you see her skin is visibly firmer, it's visibly contoured, it is visibly lifted, all in one cream, 1 month.
That, Dr. Vandeveer, this is amazing. When you look at this, and again, this is almost a $70 cream. What an opportunity. There's less than 1,000 of these. With everybody ordering right now, it's $10.50 for you to get it home. I want you to look at underneath her eye area. That's a problem area. See how it looks sunken in? look at that after. It's almost like, look at the volume back in the cheekbone area. Look at the nose to mouth, how deep that is. And then again, look around the chin area. Look at the brightness in the forehead. Look how the eyes appear to be lifted from one product.
That's right. So I developed this cream and I was using it on women that would come into my clinic, and they were saying, I think I see a difference after 5 minutes. Is this even possible that my skin looks better after 5 minutes? And so what I did is I said, we need to clinically test this cream to prove that you actually see a difference in 5 minutes. So I met with the director of the lab and I said, I want to check and see if it does everything I think it does. It exfoliates, hydrates, treats fine lines and wrinkles, and firms all in one cream. And the director of the lab said, are you sure you want to check for exfoliation? This is a firming cream. This is a hydrating cream. This is not an exfoliator, is it? And I said, yes, it is. It has built-in, safe, effective exfoliation with every single time that you apply the product. And that's in my patent-pending blend, 7-Vitae, which contains bromelain. This is an enzyme from the pineapple plant that safely and effectively decreases all of the dead skin cells on the surface so that every other ingredient, all the firming peptides, the hydration peptides, can actually do their job every time you apply the product. This is a game changer, Amy.
It is a game changer. I'm excited over these clinicals. Don't forget, you have a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee with us here at HSN. We're going to share with you results after 2 weeks. And if you're a new shopper to us, welcome. We take every major credit card. I want to remind you, download the app. It's the fastest and easiest way for you to shop, and you're only spending $10.50. I want to talk about, again, clinical. This is something proven, tested. 32 women who use this immediately, they saw a difference. After 2 weeks, 97% saw that skin hydrated. 100% had an increase in 4 weeks. Exfoliation. Have you ever heard of a product that gives you proper exfoliation in a gentle yet effective way, but then allows for all these anti-aging ingredients to go inside and do what they're supposed to do? It just doesn't happen all in one cream. So again, you just have to apply a little amount. A little bit goes a long way. You can apply this all over your entire face, but I want you to try it for $10 and change, because there's not another cream that we're offering exfoliation as well as going ahead and hydrating with unique ingredients all at once that give you that firmer, plumper skin. We'll go back to maybe some of those before and afters. So again, I love sharing these with you, because always is beauty. You have a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. So if you're saying, you know what, I want to see more, whatever, you know, we're not just giving you a week. You've got 30 days.
Yes, but the beauty of this dream cream is that you can see results after 5 minutes of applying the product. There is a measurable difference in the change in fine lines and wrinkles after 5 minutes. This is with diagnostic equipment. This is an independent lab. I didn't do this study. I went to one of the top labs in the country and tested it for 4 different areas of aging. This cream combines everything that you need in one product.
I just want to go back to that one before and after, because I forgot about the upper lip. Did you notice in the upper lip here, notice how the upper lip looks fuller? Because you were able to lift the appearance of the skin around it. So many of us are talking about, you know, the fuller lip look right now is in, and we're trying to hydrate as much as we can. The skin outside the lip is probably, above the lip is probably the most neglected you know, area on our face, because we're rubbing everywhere. I even forget to put cream above my lip. Look at the difference that made with everybody ordering. There's about 700, that's it. This is your only chance to pick this up for $42. Again, try it on FlexPay. It's a remarkable double duty beauty that nobody else has done.
This is a 2-in-1 product, turnover and treat, but you no longer have to guess, how much do I need to exfoliate? When do I exfoliate? What exfoliator do I use? Do I use a scrub? Do I use a pad? Do I use a peel? This has built-in, safe, effective exfoliation every single time you use the product. And that is the first of its kind that will also treat fine lines and wrinkles. It will firm the skin and it will hydrate the skin. All of this is proven with our clinical independent study that showed that this changes in the skin 100%. Let's go to the clinical. 100% of women had an improvement in fine lines and wrinkles at 30 days. 100% of women had improvement in hydration after 30 days. And 100%, this is the big game changer, Amy, 100% had improvement in exfoliation.
Wow.
Clinically, it was highly statistically significant.
Crazy.
So you're getting everything all in one dream cream.
You've got it, and this is a full size. You can only find Volante here at HSN or in your very busy, very expensive
We're only at the highest end medical spas.
Medical spas, that's it. So again, this is hard to find. If you do, it's $70. It's only $42 here at HSN. I know you're a little intrigued, something that exfoliates and hydrates, giving the appearance of that beautiful firmness back to our skin. That's what we all want. So give the Dream Cream a try, because I love saying proof is in the pudding. You saw the before and afters. We did clinicals, or you did clinicals, Dr. Vanver. You did clinicals on this, proving that you will get results like this.
So I just have to tell you a little story.
Yes. Okay, I love hearing stories.
So I've been developing this cream for 2 years, and last year I turned 50.
No way!
I did, and it was a traumatic birthday for me.
No.
It really was. So I went to my chemist, and we were kind of in the final stages of developing this beautiful Dream Cream. And I said to him, okay, we gotta step it up a notch. We gotta put everything we possibly can into this cream. I need it to firm. I need it to treat fine lines and wrinkles. I need it to hydrate my skin. And I already knew that it had built-in safe, effective exfoliation, because that's what's in my patent pending blend called 7 Vitae, because it contains 7 vital actives. And so I said to him, put everything you can, put the kitchen sink in this cream, and make it a whipped souffle texture. I want this to dry down to a beautiful powdery finish. I don't want any greasy residue.
No.
None of us have time to sit there and wait for something to soak in. And look at the difference. After just one application of product, you can totally see which hand has the cream on it and which one doesn't. You can totally tell. It is beautiful. So this cream.
That's why you're able to say instant. See, that's what's
But I have the clinical to prove it.
See? And that's what we love. And we'll share that clinical with you quickly before they sell out. Good for you. I'm glad you're ordering it. Again, immediately your skin is going to change. You get the hydration that you want. You get the firmness that you want immediately. But you know what? I love that the more that you use this, the better it gets. The firmer your skin's going to be, the more lifted appearance you're going to have. But as you're getting all of that, you're getting exfoliation.